Hi guys, good evening. I'm just setting up the link. Just give me one moment. Okay, so I've shared the link. Hi Arun. Hi Nilesh. Hi Pagan. Oh, I've not shared the screen. 1 second. All right, guys. Hi Pushkar. Hi Paul. Hi VJ. First of all, guys, one update. I've changed my channel name to Turban Trader, just to make it a little nicer. Hi Ike. I hope you all had a good day today. The market was in a pretty tight range, since we expected it to uh, perform like that after back-to-back good moves. It's now behaving exactly what we expect, in a very tight range, choppy, consolidating, and then slowly and steadily moving higher. So now we need to see where we are and what could be the possible next catalyst for the market. It's a little tricky because this week is short, and as a result, the major catalyst was the numbers on Friday, which will have now impact on the next week. So I think the cost of trading in this specific choppiness is really, really uh, very high. You will have premium uh, losses, you will have stop losses, you will have frustration because the stock is not moving. So all in all, these kind of days are the days where we should not trade, or if we really want to trade, trade with 1/10 of your position size. Like this market is not going to be like you bought and it will go up. It will remain in 10 to 15 point range, stay there, eat premium, will go 5 points up, will come down 5 points, then will do that kind of choppiness. So for a day trader, these are the worst days. Try and avoid trading heavy on these days. Okay, so let's look at what we had from last evening. So let me annotate. So this morning it came around 41.20 and then bounced. We still have not crossed 41.70. We did not break 41.15 either. So we're still in the same range. NQ went below 13,200 momentarily and then reclaimed 13,250, and it's now hovering around that point. Triple Q is around 319, 320. It did not went down a lot. Even after that news on the crude and everything, it stayed there. Apple did 164.50, crossed that. AMD, to my surprise, was the weakest. So I actually went into AMD to making this position. So AMD did not work. Amazon is around the same range, 102, 103. So it's waiting for the breakout. Baba failed. But for Baba, I constantly posted in my Telegram community that wait, because it's not showing strength. So, but it failed these levels. CRM, it's around the same numbers. Gold did 185. Google did from 102.6 to almost 105. Like I used Google instead of Google's, but it worked. And I posted the chart in both my Telegram communities. Meta gave a good dip and then closed to 13. So it was a good trade. Microsoft never closed about 289, so never triggered. Netflix was not a good trade. It remained in a very tight range. Nvidia, like again in a very tight range, it went below 275 and then came up. So not really. Roblox was a good trade. It was a breakout and it closed at the day high, which is good. Roku is consolidating. PayPal is consolidating. Square cooled off. Tesla was open and hit 193 back to back. So more or less things worked. On the personal behalf, I traded BA in the morning because BA, I was looking. I did not include in my list, but I was looking at a BA. So BA ran and I traded BA. I traded Google. I traded AMD and I traded Google. So I shared those trades which I entered with my Telegram community. Again, my goal is not to create an alert and then you follow. My goal is I can share an idea that something is setting up. You can make a trade out of it and make money on that trade. All right. And in the similar aspect, I expect you to share an idea after learning how to make the charts that something is setting up. And some of the people have started sharing that in my community. And it's really good because we all cannot focus on all the stocks. So it's very good to have people who can share their opinion, share their thoughts, and even discuss, because that brings your attention to those stocks, and then you can make a good decision from it. All right. In between, let me just say hi to Harish, hi to IR, Sridhar, Mitchell, Kan Prakash, Vani, Vasudha. Hi, guys. One more thing, I've changed the name of my YouTube channel to Turban Trader, and I'm going to update my name on Twitter as well because I like this name, and I'm going to register it as an LLC. All right, so let's start for today. Let's go to the scans first. I'm easy. So let's look at the daily. So you look at these. Google. Nope, it was yesterday's. So let's start with inside day first. So we have 4 items on the inside day. That's a big number. Microsoft is an inside day. Triple Q is inside day. Triple Q inside day. Microsoft is inside day. Roku is inside. And guys, keep an eye on Beyond Meat. It is about to break out. I'm just telling you, it's setting up for a very big breakout. Roku is inside day. There may be some news which will come for Beyond Meat. If you want to try some cheap options, just try and keep Docu. I think I want to cover Docu. Docu I also posted yesterday when I was going through all the charts. It is also an inside day. Shop, I have shop. No, I don't have shop. Shop is inside day. So I may cut down on a couple of tickers here and bring new ones. I think Baba has done its job for now. So we'll come back to Baba, and instead I'm getting BA. Instead of Baba, it's BA. If you want to wait for Baba, I'll talk about the levels for Baba, but I really want to include BA. Instead of CRM, let's add Docu. Because now small scale index IWM. Pokebolo inside day is a compression. It can break out both bullish or bearish side. But when you look at the chart, you know the tone behind the inside day. So it's much easier to trade. So Docu is something I want to include. Shopify. Instead of Square, I will add Shopify. So I made a couple of changes today in my list. So let's start with ES. Let me just do one more scan. 1234. Nothing. 3412. And I'm looking at like half an hour candle so that I can know if there's something which is it. So nothing, it's all good. So let's go to ES now. So you see ES, why I'm keep on saying that yes, we need to do not fight the trend. These are Heikin-Ishi candles. And Heikin-Ishi candle is a candle which is based on the averages. And I've told everybody, whenever you see a flat base, never try to short. This is on the daily time frame. So when you have a daily time frame where you have base, 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 and base like this, do not try to fight it. It's a day where you need to buy. Like there were many people in my community who were trying to ask or trying to fight this. There's no point. Should not fight it. Now, if you look at this in the normal candles, you will not have a clarity. But if you convert them into Heikin-Ishi, you can go to style, you can choose candle type as Heikin-Ishi, and this will convert. Now we are almost near a very tight area of resistance, which is 4170. And if you see this now, you will clearly see we are making a W. Right from here, we went up, came down, and we are right there. If we break this, it's going to be a very massive move, a move almost to 150, 160 points. So we have bounced from 39.95 back to back good days. We should have positive momentum. Now the positive momentum will cool off once you will start to have wicks on the top and at the bottom of these candles. Once you start to have those wicks, W-I-C-K wick on the upper end of the and the bottom end, then there will be a change in the trend. Right now it is flat base, so the trend is still positive. All right, please use this for a 15-minute candle when you are entering into position so that it can really help you to carry that position as long as you want. Because this will give you an idea that yes, the trend is going forward and the averages are keeping it higher. If you see the flat base, keep that position long. If you have a flat top, keep that position short. Unless you see a candle with a wick on the upper and the lower side, just keep on holding your positions. All right, let me come back to now ES. Now ES has run, and as I said, it's a W in the making. The trend is positive. Inverted head and shoulder breakout is there. Follow up. We still need a follow up, and W in making. Okay, now where are the possible areas of support? You see, yesterday we talked about the piercing candle. The piercing candle is a candle where we look at the half of the candle size and then determine the stop loss, like half here, 41.10. Today we should see that 41.25 acted as a support and we bounced. So today, if we have this, the high of Friday, 41.40, that should act as a good support now. If we lose that, then things can change. So if you want to try, 41.40 is your stop loss. 41.70 is your target. 41.70 is the Fibonacci 416,965. That's a 23.6 Fibonacci. And then if you look at on the larger time frames, 40 to 25 is an area where we have the breakdown. So 45-25 is right there. Possibility, yep. Short, I will say, is now high. And I'm going to mark this as 50-50 now. Because we have stretched a lot and we are near to the resistance. So I would not give a clear bias to positive. I would say that yes, it's a 50-50. We can go higher or we can also do a retracement. That's my bias. I'm not 100% convinced that taking a bullish trade will make me profitable at this time. On the short side, if you have to buy in the area of 41.45 to 41.50. If you want to buy in this range. If you want to sell below 4140. Stop loss is 4150. Target is 4105. And then we have 4080. Market is stretched. Can cool off before next leg. So I'm not like saying it's time to sell everything. I'm saying we have run a lot. If we want to have a cool off, this is a good time to have a cool off. Go down a little, 10, 20, 30 points, and then go higher from there. So there's not big targets on the short side. 41.5, 41.20 is a good support area. Let's go to NQ. So NQ is, we have the candle and we have a gravestone doji. A gravestone doji is a candle where you open and close at exactly the same point. So we opened at 13,262. We closed at 13,262. So this is not nice. When you have a candle and that candle is gravestone doji right on the top, that gives me some kind of situation that yes, we are going to have a trend. We have moved a lot. And if I draw a channel, okay, channel correcting the dots here, the bottoms, you will see that right here, we started in this channel. Let me choose annotations. We started here, we went up, came down, faced the base. Now we are going towards 13,500. So it's not that we are very much far, but we are at a point where we could face some resistance. But as of now, we need to have a break of 13,150, which is low of today, to call this as a failure, or that will become an evening star. It's a potential, yes, but it needs 80 points more on the downside to lose to become an evening star. So I think that may not happen, but what exactly happen is we may find support and we may bounce on NQ. All right. If NQ, Viren is saying if NQ goes down, likely for SPX to also go down alongside it. No. NQ is a subset of ES. ES is not a subset of NQ. If ES, today ES was green and NQ was red. ES was green because of the healthcare, because of the banks, because of Boeing, Caterpillar, LMT. So it doesn't mean that if tech is there, ES will be red as well. No. ES is much diverse and has much more say in the total overall market sentiment. So I trust ES much more than NQ, and that's why I prefer to use ES levels than NQ levels anywhere. So right now there's a potential evening star. So I will say short here. Potential evening star set up. Evening star is a bearish pattern, and where we want it to, go below 13150, which is today's low. If it breaks 13200 as our stop loss, then where we can find support, 13,084. If I 13,017. Again, 50-50 chances. Evening star is a bearish pattern. Again, like I'm not going to mark neutral now because I marked it short, because I think if we will break 13150, the selling will be aggressive. So 13,000, that's 1% move. And if you want to add 12,925, that's also possible. On the upside, the level is fine. There's no change in the level on the higher side. And let me just check at any patterns. It's an inside day if you want to choose on NQ. Inside day. Triple Q. Triple Q will also have an inside day most likely. Yeah, Triple Q also has an inside day right there. Inside day. Similarly, if we break 321.50, so buy above. In this case, also buy above. C 250. If we go above this, then we have targets of, because it's an inside day, we have target of the gap, which is 322, and then 325, 330. 322, 325. So this is again 50%. 50%. It's an inside day up, inside day down. So when we talk about inside days, let me give you an example. Inside days are the candle patterns where you have compression. The price remain within the price of the previous candle. So if we, like, let's call it today, and this is yesterday. Okay. Now, if tomorrow is 4/4, let's give it the dates so it's easier. So this was 3 and this was 31st. Okay. On 4th, if the price opens above the high here, which is 321, on 4th, if it opens above 321, then it's an inside up, and then we can hit 320, this area. If on 4th it goes below 316, it's inside down, and then we should hit the support of 12 and the 34. So whenever you see the break above the high of the previous day or break below the low of the previous day, then you need to follow the direction. This is called inside day. When you have a candle and another candle within the highs and lows. Like if this is high, this is low, this is high 1, this is low 1. High should be greater than high 1, and low should be lower than low 1. When you have these conditions, plus volume should be greater than V1 if we have volume here for these two candles. If we have this condition, we call this condition as an inside day. So in this case, if the price opens above H, which is this one, go long. If the price opens below L, go short. If the price slowly goes and breaks below, go short. Slowly goes up above this price, go long. It's a very simple, very solid uh, chart pattern, which should be very handy to you all if you try to look this, and you can like reuse this pattern at any time frame on 10 minutes, 1 hour, whatever time frame you want to use, you can use this. So here, if we lose 317, 318, I think the levels are fine on the short side. So both ES and NQ and triple Q, the levels are right here. Apple. So Apple is looking really solid. It's like wherever it opened, it never looked back, and now it's going into the breakout area. If I extend my these things, the 167.50 is a tough area for Apple to cross. Above 167, we have 173, which is an area where it has found the resistance. But 167 is some tough wall to break. So now Apple, I'm neutralizing it. The target is 167.50 and then 173. 173.50. Now, stop loss in this case, because this is the gap, the stop loss is 164.25. If you get a dip, buy in 165, 166 range. If you buy in this range, that should be good. And if you want to sell below 164.25. And target will be 160. On the contrary, you can also buy at 160. AMD. AMD is a hammer, but not a very solid hammer. But whenever we have a hammer thing, we can wherein you can do back testing at your own. Which I just explained inside day. You can watch the video 5 minutes back and you'll have that content. So it is still holding the 12 EMA. So I'm gonna give one last chance to AMD. My stop loss is the 12 EMA 95.50. 95.55. Buy, it's a hammer. Again, back tested 12 EMA. It has tested this multiple times. So if it breaks this time, we might end up at 90. So keep an eye. I'm mentioning loss of 95.50 can lead to 90. So buy 96.50. Target is 97.60. 99.45. There's a potential in AMD, so this level is positive. No, Nilesh, that's not true. Hammer can be both red and green. It's the shape which matters, not the color. Amazon. Amazon, again, like it's holding this 101 area, which is a good consolidation. allowing the 12 EMA to catch up, which is doing good. The uptrend is solid. The momentum is catching up. So if it dips, I think it's one of the potentials to go higher. So there's no change in any of the level of Amazon. And I'm going to still call this as a breakout. Consolidation. Before W breakout. Now we have BA. BA again, like it has tested this 218.91 area so many times that I really don't know what to do here. It's actually a bull flag. If you see, we went up, the base was right there, and then we converged, and then we are breaking out from here. It's a bull flag breakout. Ignore my drawings. I should draw this straight line. So it's a bull flag breakout which has happened. The 12 EMA and 34 EMA have diverged. The momentum is up. The strength in that momentum is not there. That's why it gave up. But I think in the next few days, it should get that momentum and continue. If you want to try with a small position. Buy above 216.50. Like if it breaks 219, it's gonna run. It has not broken 219 in a while. So the moment it breaks, and you can see clearly it's a bull flag on a longer term duration. So if it breaks, it's gonna be a massive break. And we should hit 240 from here. So I'm looking forward for Boeing. It's a good bull flag breakout. Bull flag breakout. So it's green. Stop loss is 214. 18.9 and 222.9. DocU. DocU, as I discussed yesterday as well, it is consolidating and it's still in like very, very tight range. Now you should be ready for this. It's a double inside day. Something is about to happen. Something is about to break out on this and it is going to fill the gap. So I don't know whether there's an event. I don't know what's happening. It is really, really oversold. Consolidation happening. It will break out any moment in the next 1 or 2 days. DocU, I'm gonna say triple inside day. Extreme consolidation. It's inside week also. So any moment it breaks above the 12 EMA. It has not gone above the 12 EMA yet. 58.60. Once it goes above 58.60, maybe there is a news, maybe something is coming for DocU. Somebody is acquiring it, somebody is doing it, something is going to happen. We should hit 62 and 65. 82, 65, 25. A very high potential trade. I'm going to give it 70%. And my stop loss is very minimal, 57.50. So DocU is a very high potential trade for me. Now it can also break down. I will not say it's not possible. It can also break down. Break down below 55,680. 56 is going to be bad. So I'm going to mention breakdown below 56, sell off. But because there are gaps on the higher side, I am inclined towards the breakout option. Gold, GLD, it started today and it closed around the same. So the levels for gold are same. It's an inside day breakout. You see, just here we had inside day breakout. It hit 85, and I think it's gonna break out from here. So gold is right there. I'm just gonna make it green because today it had the day, but maybe tomorrow, maybe in a day or two, it should break out. Google was extreme strength today, bounced right from here. It's a morning star and a continuation we had. So 103 is now a very good stop loss. So morning star on daily, weekly hammer. Yep. So it's a good move. 103.50 is your stop loss, and try to buy above 104.50. Target is 105.60, 108. Yep. So Google is looking solid. I'm going to give this into my favorite blue color. Meta. So Meta did the same thing, came to 28209 and then rose beautifully. I still think it is a very good setup, but it has run a lot. So now again, the stop loss should be the middle of previous day, 210. See if you can add in the dip, 211, 212. Not waiting for, we had the breakout now. Microsoft. Microsoft is an inside day. Same thing, if we break above 289, then we can go long. If we break below 284, we can go short. The levels are same. Netflix hit that resistance of 348 and got stuck. 348 is an area which is 61.8 Fibonacci. So if we can break above this, that will be really good. And it will then go back and try to fill the ER moves. Like after the year, it moved almost to 390, 380 area. So above 348, it has good potential. So I'm reducing it to neutral and buy above 348. Stop loss is 345. Target is 358, 368. It has rejected 368 multiple times. So keep an eye on this. But if it breaks above 348, it has really high potential to go high. Nvidia, I really don't know what can happen to the stock, but I really want to short this. So I'm going to give one more try on selling in the same zone. Extremely overstretched. I see these are like, if you Google these things, you will find the answer very simply. The levels for DMI is different than level for ADX, which is combination. Yeah, I'll come to this at last minute. We're on about waiting for get rid of 189. Wow. So I'm gonna try one last time on Nvidia to short if it works. This is the only stock I would like to short, extremely overstretch, and buy above 281.50. If it goes above 281.50, I'll be a buyer. Roblox finally broke out after a very long consolidation. It was a massive move, and similar thing is happening in Docu. Tick, 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 broke out 44.75. I think now 45.30 will be really, really good stop loss. So 45.30, buy above 46.50. If you want to buy the dip, buy the dip. It's an extreme breakout, so it will run. 51 is the minimal which can be seen. So it's in one of my favorite colors, blue. PayPal, it's consolidating. It's an inside day. People who are talking about inside day. So here is an example of inside day. The candle within the candle, if we break above 76, will run high. If we lose 74.50, will short. So inside day, very good consolidation. PayPal, inside week, and inside day. So something is about to happen on PayPal. So I'm gonna give buy above 76, stop loss is 74.50. Something is happening or going to happen in PayPal. Roku is like 1, 2, 3, double inside day. Same consolidation happening in Roku. So extremely consolidation. Yep, extreme consolidation. Before a breakout. And double inside day. Roku is something you can actually see 77 levels very easily, very soon. So keep an eye. Roku, Roblox, Docu, keep an eye on them. Tomorrow may not be the bigger stocks moving, maybe the IWM, most likely. Shopify. Shopify, after the bad earnings, has consolidated, and now it's making an inside day right here. So, and it has kept the track of this 12 EMA back to back. From 43 area, it has come to this point. Last time you see this purple or magenta box, it got struggle here. So this time, if we can break above 48, I think Shopify can run. So I'm giving it a neutral. So buy above 48. It's an inside day. Stop loss is 46.50. 50.85 and then 53.50. I think if Amazon runs, Shopify will run. And Shopify is kind of a precursor. Yes, Etsy can also move. I'll come back to ADSK and DWO. Tesla was short on my end. I think it's a very nice shot one more time. 208 rejection at 61. And now it's testing of 12 EMA. 12 EMA is 193.30. So sell below 193. 30. Target is 190. 188.50. If you want to buy above 197.50 only. Stop loss 195. Here also 195. Target is 200. 208. I'm still inclined towards selling Tesla. So guys, this is my list. Let me try to answer your comments. Let's see this. So ITSI will move. Yes, it's very much possible. So let me show you the DMI levels. And guys, there's something which you can do some research. It's easier because otherwise we lose the important time for others. The green line is uptrend. The red line is the downtrend. And the black line is the strength. Now, in this case, 25 is a good number. If any of them is above 25, that means it is strong. Around 40, it's overbought. Around 10, it's oversold. Below 25, it's weak. So 25 is a main pivot for DMI. It is a combination of DI plus ADX. T-Dog I covered yesterday in my charts. And if you see, it was D-Dog. It's an inside day. It held at 70 level. It came. Now it needs to break over 72.50 for it to move higher. That's D-Dog. Then we have ADSK. It's also a inside day. Break above 208 can lead to 216, 220 area. That's EBSK, TWO. Same, like these are all inside days. But 119, 120. I think it's a little. It's a good consolidation in TTW, Take Two Interactive Software. Again, as I said, there's a possibility of IWM stocks to run. So small scale, small size software companies can run. So TTWO can run. Again, guys, I'm not going to cover everything you're going to mention because nobody here is posting any charts. Nobody's asking questions. You are just coming here to ask me about the ticker. The goal here is you come with your chart and discuss, not me answering everything. I do not want to make it a monologue. Nobody is coming to interact. That's fine. I'm doing my job. If you don't want to come, that's fine. But I want people to come in and show your charts, discuss the charts, not simply come and talk about what are the levels for these things. Do some homework, come and talk. If you don't want to do it, you are wasting your time. Anybody wants to share their charts, I can share the Zoom link. If you do not want to share your charts, I am done. I'm going to share this information on Twitter and you can take it from there. I'm going to wait a minute because there's a lag. And let's look at the futures. They're still consolidating. Very low volume. All right. Have a good night, guys. If nobody is there, have a good night. Bye-bye.